Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. Good, glorious morning. To be with you for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. I'm in Costa Rica, La Fortuna. I'm staying at an Airbnb. I'm sitting on this little back enclosed patio. It's a little cloudy right now. It is 8:46 a.m. Central Time, and it's Friday. I hope your Friday's off to a great start. Wanted to check in with you, give you an update for those of you that are following along. This trip was personal, getting away, and also looking to do a retreat here. We are planning a retreat here in well, it'll be 2024. We're going to be looking at logistics and the best for everything, but it's everything they say it is, and right in the middle of everything. But it is everything they say it is here. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's a great place to come and reset, refresh, reinvent, get clarity, get clear, empty the mind, connect to nature, connect to here, and just give me a sign, if you will, and maybe we'll get some birds. I had a toucan earlier this morning. We had give you a little bit of an update on the trip so far, and depending on when you get this, and hopefully the Wi-Fi signal stays strong. But let me know how your Friday's going. Let me know what's happening with you as well as I lay out some of the gems here of Costa Rica. La Fortuna would not have been my first choice coming to Costa Rica. I would have probably ventured to the coast. However, a good friend told me about this, and he'd been here many times, and this place is a gem. It's like paradise found. It's so many incredible backdrops here. It's no matter where you go, you're going to find something beautiful at every single turn. Truth be told, if I was really, one of the challenges is you want to capture everything, but you want to be in the moment. So it's balancing this where I allow myself to just really emotionally, spiritually, and then also be able to capture some of it and give it to you. This is my last day here, but good news is we have a red eye really early Saturday morning. So this gives me a lot of time today. I have a plan today, a couple of things that we want to get done, but say hello if you're listening, check in, give you an update. Gosh, there's so many things that were just amazing. Um, just even just being out here and listening and viewing nature, it pulls you into the moment. Recorded a Power of Pure Presence episode here. And let me see if I can open this door and see it. I don't know. Let me let some Wi Fi in. Let's see. Hopefully the signal's good. I can see your comments coming up. Let's see. Yeah. So I can see there's a comment. So I can see the comments. So say hello. Have you ever been to Costa Rica? If you have, type that in. And the waterfalls are paradise. So we went to one public waterfall where it's a paid admission. It's kind of like a park, and there's steps. You go down. I shared a little bit of that. Jumped in. It was stunning, absolutely amazing. And then there's another one that was off the beaten path. It's yeah, absolutely waterfalls, diamonds. There was another waterfall that you had to kind of private property, so you had to kind of break the rules, as we did, and beautiful. I shared some of that. I recorded a Power of Pure Presence episode there. It's the kind of place where you can just go and sit for hours and hours seem like minutes. Minutes seem like hours. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning. No, not sure if we're going to go back there today. I want to find another day. And then yesterday was incredible because it's the first time I came face to face. Well, not face to face, but eye to eye with a wild boar. We're hiking the Arenal National Park, Arenal Volcano National Park, through the jungle, mostly manicured. There's a manicured trail through like the jungle, so like left and right, there might be some spots where you can walk, but most like some of it's really dense. So you're hiking through the jungle, and first of all I smelled something, strong smell, and then I paused and I'm like, boom! Instantly I look over, wild boar right next to the trail, and then there was another one. There was two of them, two wild boars right there. Unbelievable! Wow. And you could smell them like really strong odor. And then there was a couple monkeys, and then a lemur. Saw a lemur. I think I posted that in my story. You can see that. Birds everywhere, like incredible, incredible. No matter where you look, it's funny they're quiet now, but maybe you'll hear them before we're finished today. You might be able to hear them off in the distance. What's interesting about this place is you get like you can see now the sun's coming out. You'll have cloud cover, and then all of a sudden the wild boars, yes, they can be dangerous. Fortunately, you kind of stay your path. They just kept going. They just kept going. So there was no interaction or altercation between these wild boars, but they were there. They kind of looked. You heard them go like making noise, and then just kept walking. And then shortly, and you can feel the energy of the jungle. Like I kind of felt it. You know what I mean? You can kind of feel it. So I felt it really. I felt like, and then I smelled them, and then and then there they were. So it was really cool. Uh, Guests. Is there a guest on here? Oh, DJ, you want to come on, DJ? No, you're just in the okay. You're just in the green room. Okay, so DJ's on here. She's been following this because she's been here, and I didn't even know. DJ, congratulations! I didn't even know you wrote a paper for your PhD. Is that right? Did you write a paper for your PhD? Yes. So I definitely want to talk to you about that. This is amazing. It's amazing. And just even sharing it now, I really appreciate your audience here because it. I'm going to be doing a lot of reflecting on this trip. It's never what you expect, but it's miracles, right? It's like life. We have these expectations of, oh, and this is the way we're wired as human beings. We have these expectations with ourselves, with our environment, with other people, but then those expectations don't happen, but something else does, and that's where the beautiful thing is. I think that I believe that's where the opening is. I believe the opening is not in our expectations because our expectations are set. We're setting this up. Yeah, you did you did an MBA thesis on dual citizenship with the U.S. and Costa Rica. Wow, that's amazing. So there's another miracle, right? I didn't even know that. I mean, maybe you mentioned it before, but now it resonates with me, and it's just fantastic. Let me see what this more button is. Okay, hello, DJ. Yeah, okay, beautiful. So let me just get back to the trip here. So today, we did the hike through the jungle. Uh, amazing video. Amazing video. I'm going to share that. I already started on the video because there's so much of it. So I try to get it moving now. So I got some of it. My intention is after today at the airport, I'm going to get some time where I can just sit at the airport and start working on the video because there's a lot of it. And also start curating the trip one. What would a retreat look like here? What would you most need? What would you most want? Do you want adventure? Do you want to do something to overcome? Do you want to do something to overcome your fears? Do you want to? What I see is kind of a combination. where there's this like, which is I'm thinking about doing zip lining today over the La Fortuna waterfall. That's one of the options. And then I also want to find, I want to record another Power Pure Presence segment today somewhere beautiful. Yesterday was just breathtaking. We hiked out through the jungle to this um, basically lava rock. It's this elevated lava rock, and then you're overlooking the volcano, and then you're overlooking Lake Arenal. And then after that, we drove around the lake, which huge lake. I believe it was man-made, and it was based on they dammed it, had a dam, created the lake, and phew, I mean, one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. It's that beautiful because it's only if this place was in the United States, it would be highly developed. Because it's here, it's less developed. It's more natural. The rules are a little. Um, this park we went to. So yeah, yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's going well. Zip lining, yeah, yeah. Well, the one thing that I wanted to do is called the Cerro Chateau. There's a hike called the Cerro Chateau. It's an hour and a half to 2 hours one way, but and it gets to this like smaller volcanic lake, but not going to be able to do it today just because of time. But it's something I want to do. I want to come back. It looks like I'm going to be back here again because there's so much here that I need to come back for like a good like at least 10 days to really dial into this place and to curate like what a retreat would look like. And I want to get your feedback on what would you most want. I already have some ideas. I mean, if I had to do it today, if you said if people were coming today or next week for a retreat, I could do it because of what I've seen. But there's so much. There's so much. I'll tell you one of the coolest things we did. Well, there was many of them, but something like I've never experienced. There's a hot river. It's a cold river. It used to be a cold river. It's called Tabacon River. It was a cold river, and then I believe one of the eruptions. I can't remember which eruption, but one of the volcanic eruptions that happened with the Arenal volcano, it heated up the river. So now you got this hot river that runs to these resorts. And there's a couple of resorts here. Tabacon's one of them. It's one of the places we're looking at for for the retreat, for the Power Pure Presence Flashpoint retreat, which is going to be in 2024. Planning now. Life reset, life reinvention, overcome your fears. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So if you're one of the few that would like to go, I want to talk to you about it because we're planning it. But anyway, this hot river runs into these resorts. But if you just go up the road, because my friend Tim, he's been here multiple times, so he kind of knows all the little nuances. There's a place where you can park. You literally walk down. It's same water, and it's running. And we were there like after sunset, and we're sitting. There must have been at least 50 people down there, all spread out, dark, and you're sitting in this hot water in the middle of a river, in the middle of nature. Albeit there's an overpass, so there is some cars there, and it's just surreal. It was absolutely surreal, as best I can say. And then as we're walking out, of course, there's people there. A family of raccoons literally came walking right in front of us and literally walked through the water in the overpass, and the water's rushing pretty fast, so you can. It's incredible. It's almost like a natural hot tub because there's these certain areas where the water drop, and you're just sitting there, and the water's just running over you, and just absolutely fantastic. So if you were on a retreat here, what would you most want? Would you want to walk in nature? Would you want to sit in a natural, hot water, heated up by the volcano? Would you just want to sit and do nothing? Would you want to go to the spa? Would you want to take an ATV trip? Would you want to do a horseback? Um, what I envision as some kind of hybrid where we uh, we create an experience. We create a unique experience. While I couldn't duplicate what happened here because some of it's a little dangerous, hiking through the jungle on private property is not something I'm going to infuse into the retreat. But the La Fortuna waterfall is beautiful, and that's not for everybody either because, as DJ will tell you, it's a hike. I mean, there must be I don't even know how many steps we had to go down and climb, but there was a lot. There was a lot. So that we may have to give folks some options, as far as what we'll do. And I think zip lining will be a part of it. I think a nature walk or a hike will be a part of it. Nothing too strenuous though, and create some experiences. Last night we were at this Nuevo Arenal Lake Park. I mean, phew, I did a video from there last night, and I almost want to go back there. I couldn't believe how lightly traveled this place was. Right out on this little peninsula, sun drops over the like a small mountain range. Just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, there you go. It's 300 steps to get to this waterfall, and so it's not going to be for everybody, but it's incredible. I mean, it's one of the highest waterfalls. One of them, one of the highest waterfalls in Costa Rica. And so when that water hits, I mean, you're talking about a force. I mean, it's like, whoo, you can't even get close to it because the water is so intense. I shared a video where I jumped into the water, but that's about it because it's very rocky. You got to be very careful. It's almost like I didn't really have the right footwear either. I have a pair of shoes that would be better suited for it, but we managed. And so, what would you like on a retreat? If you were to come and let's say you like, man, I want a life reset. I just want to wipe the slate clean. And what I found is like, uh, according to some philosophies, it's not the learning, it's the unlearning. If you're like 30s, 40s, 50s, you've already learned so much, and the learning never stops. But the acquisition of information happens automatically because your brain, we're wired to just get more, get more, get more. We're always seeking to get more information. That's just the way we're wired. But very often do we get comfortable or seek the unlearning or the void. And that's really getting into power of pure presence here. But that's really what it does for me. And I just embarking on this journey and being able to share it with you opens me up even more and makes me more aware of the unlearning or how much my soul requires nothingness just to be able to sit in the vacuum and the void and let that deeper part of me speak. You know, if we could measure your body, this is probably the most active thing. I mean, other than the natural things that happen in your body, but I'm talking about your intuition. Like, where does your intuition come from? Does it come from just your head? No, your intuition is, I believe, is received in other capacities, and sometimes those capacities are only cultivated when we can allow just allow ourselves to just be. And maybe that's what you need here on this Friday. Wipe the slate clean, yeah. Avoid nothingness, enlightenment. Whoops, right there. Avoid nothingness, enlightenment. Um, I did see some butterflies along the trail. I actually got one on video real close. It was a small one. But what was the most? Let me think about this for a moment. I never thought I'd see a wild boar. I thought I'd see that wasn't like the first thing in my mind. But yeah, saw that. Whew. What else? And I think the volcanic river was very unique because the waterfall. I mean, there's waterfalls everywhere, and it was beautiful, and I love the waterfalls. But sitting in a river at night that was heated by volcano lava. and this hot wave was the water's heated and now it's flowing, and you're feeling it like that in the middle of the night. Like that is surreal. That is surreal. So as part of the retreat, we would definitely infuse some. There's a couple of resorts here that you would be able to participate in that, where you get to sit in this hot springs. And there's a place here, Tabacon, that's very. It's not just a resort; it infuses a lot of nature into the experience, so you get to experience that too. So my intention today, you got a couple options: zip lining, perhaps another hike somewhere. And then I want to record another Power and Pure Presence before we say goodbye today. That's the intention for today. Please check in. Let me know how your day is going. Have you been following along? Have you seen some of the video? Let me know if it inspires you. One of the other reasons why I do this as a part of the journey is because there's more and more research coming out on the power of nature to inspire you. There's forest bathing, which is the Japanese have cultivated forest bathing. They've actually measured people. They've done research with people that watch Planet Earth, the documentary, and their mood improves by 31%. So this is why I continue to do more with nature to bring it to you. Many of you may not, you may not go out on a hike, through the jungle. That's not your thing, but you would love to just be able to experience it like you're kind of going with me. Some of you are like, yeah, sign me up. I want to go on that hike. I want to walk through that. I want to look around. I want to feel that. So we're going to have some of that. We're going to create that. This retreat happening in 2024 is probably going to be about 10 to 15 people. It's going to be an exclusive type of event. And we'll add some other things to it, so it's not just you go to a retreat, you're done. It would be people who we're kind of working together. We're forming a relationship over the course of a year, and the retreat would be a part of it. And we want to make it special for you. I know there's many people that are struggling with life decisions. Maybe you're reflecting on your life. Maybe you have a big goal. You're wondering, what's next. Well, sometimes taking a step back and stepping out. Sometimes what I found is when we hyper focus on things, we actually push them away. How many of you know what I'm talking about? You hyper focus on stuff. You like the videos? Yeah. I'm going to do more today. I'll post more. I have hours of it. And even just looking back on it really inspires me. And it gets me out of this, gets me out of here, right? I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I have to, I gotta, I'm gonna drive it all the time. There you go. Oh, cool. Cue, right? Sitting here talking about how we're driving all the time. Bird shows up, and that bird, you're probably more inspired by that than my words. Wow, just looking up. Incredible. So how are you feeling now? Are you feeling better? Let me know. Check in. Would you be interested in a retreat in Costa Rica? You're like, yeah, sign me up. Bring me there. Get me out of here. Confirmation. Hey, Diane, good to see you on here. It's been a little while since I've been live, but I'm here. And I'm glad the Wi-Fi is cooperating. So let me get a time check here. So it's 9:10. So I'm going to wrap this up in a couple minutes, get your final shares, and I'm going to go grab this day. Put it into my heart, and then share it with you later. Yes, I'm feeling this Costa Rica 3 times already. Plan to retire some of the year there. Me, hashtag me too. um, well, I'm glad you joined me today. And if you're on live or on the playback and you're feeling the vibe, let me know. I'm going to grab more video for you today. I'll try to go live later today if I can, share some more of the bring nature into your experience so that it inspires you maybe to step back, figure out what you most need right now during this season of your life. And we'll do more. And let me just give a little commercial. And Monday night, we're going to be airing the Flashpoint documentary again. So the documentary, the Spotlight series, that's Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will send an email out and I'll do a post on that. But for now, just figure out what's most important for you. And I'll tell you what, I'll leave you with this because this really moved me. I'm doing it right now. The mind is racing, right? The mind is racing, and you're like getting a little anxious, and you're wondering what to do, and you're sorting everything out in your mind. Start here. Pause and breathe, and allow yourself. Say the first thing: I connect to the deepest part of me. Then I can move forward from there. And when I do, what I need will show up exactly when I need it. And how do we connect with the deepest part of yourself? The best way that I know is to pause and breathe. I just pause. Take the deep breath. When I do that, just that momentary pause. I did it this morning before I even got out of bed. Give yourself the moment to reset, connect, and then you move forward from there. But if it's always move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, and you're never pausing and connecting, your energy can get anxious, you can become future addicted, and you can avoid living in the moment. So living in the moment, to live more fully in the moment, is pause and breathe, connect, not strive and drive faster. What we have a tendency to do as humans, we tend to double down on the behavior that's creating the thing that we don't want. And the only thing we can do to course correct that is to pause and breathe, connect to the deepest part of ourselves. There's a biochemistry with this. You're firing up different parts of your body, and then you can move forward from there, from a place of peaceful, power, poised, planned, productive, passionate, and on purpose. God bless. Have an amazing day. I'll have more for you later. Bye for now, everyone.